In Sample Manager Professional, you can easily group or batch samples together using calculated fields. These fields can consider when a sample will outdate for testing depending on the type of sample that is being used, the test being ran, and the collection date or any other combination of data fields. In this set of data, we can see that an outdate is being calculated based on the sample's collection date and the analyte or tube type being used. We are also calculating how much time is remaining before a sample outdates for testing. To do this, go to your sample type, click Manage, click Edit Sample Type Design. You can scroll down and go to the Custom Data fields. To configure as a calculated column, add a new data field and select Calculation from the drop-down menu. Once that is selected, you'll be able to configure the calculations that need to be done with a SQL expression. You can hover over the question mark by expression, click LabKey SQL for examples on what can be done. To calculate an outdate time based on the collection date, you'll want to follow this formula, but replace everything in green with information from your own system. For this example, the expression reads case when subsample type equals vamp2, then timestamp add SQL TSI month 7 collection date, when ... From there, I would continue for every text choice option there is for my subsample type field. I'll finish the expression with end. In the expression, subsample type is a data field that users will enter their tube types or analyte type. Vamp2 is one of those options. Month is the time unit I'm using. 7 is the number of months I'm adding. And collection date is the data field I'm adding the time to. I can go further and highlight the remaining months I have before the sample's outdate. The formula will be very similar, but I'll add age in months, current date parentheses, and then the calculation we did above. This is subtracting the number of months we have remaining for the outdate from today's date. This makes it a dynamic field that will change every day you look at the sample grid. I also want to make it more clear that this number is related to the number of months remaining. I went to the integer options and typed in number sign, months, under the format for numbers. Now that we have our calculations in place, we need a way to search for these samples and batch them together. For this example, I want to find all of my samples that are still marked as available and will be outdating in 2 months or less. To do this, I will filter through my status column to find all available samples. I will then go to the outdate and months column and filter for everything that is less than or equal to 2. This pulls up all of the samples that meet the search criteria. I don't have to apply these filters every time. Instead, I can save this as a custom grid view that will be available as a drop-down under the Views tab. And because this is using our calculated columns, this is a dynamic view that will change every day you look at your samples and will have updates on when samples will be outdating. I can then batch these together by adding them to a workflow or adding them to a pick list. For more help with Sample Manager, reach out to us at help@labkey.com.